do your swearing. When is when are some of you when are some of you shipping?
September 13th.
September,
June,
August.
July.
August.
December 7th.
June.
Okay. How about you?
January 4th.
January. Okay, so some of you are right around the corner. Okay, some of you have to finish high school. Is that what it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, I wanted to talk to you guys and just give you just a few words before I swear you in. Like I said, relax. Just relax. Just make sure you're looking at me. I don't want anybody to stand at attention. Okay, you're coming in under the delayed entry program, and understand what that means is that you must take your time and really say to yourself, okay, I'm swearing in today, and I'm obviously in my next step of my enlistment process. But what you really must think of is that you are kind of separating yourself from your peers and your family and some of your loved ones. Not in spirit, but just as far as some of the career choices that you are now beginning to make. Okay? Now, what I want you to think of is society is here. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. But what I want you to remember is society's here, but because you're making this decision to enlist in the U.S. Armed Forces, you're a little bit above reproach as far as what society is concerned. Okay? So what does that mean? I'll put that in a more easier term for you to understand. That means that between now and the date that you ship, you need to stay out of trouble. Okay? So if I put it in even more layman's terms, keep your nose clean. Okay? Now why do I say that? I'll give you a good example. Everyone here goes out, parties with their friends a little bit, right? Okay. Let's say it's 6 of you, you pile in the car, everyone has a seatbelt, you click in the seatbelt, everything's good, you're in the front seat, your friend's driving, everybody in there is a friend, but your friend's one of your friends is driving, you're in the front seat and everybody else is in the back seat. Like I said, there's 6 seatbelts, 6 people in the car. The driver comes up to a stop sign, doesn't come to a complete stop, goes through the intersection, slows down, but goes through the intersection. Cop sees you do that. Says, you know, cop says to himself, I'm going to pull him over, okay, because they didn't come to a complete stop. Not a big deal. It's kind of a routine thing. It happens sometimes. Cop pulls you over, he just asks for a license and registration, car's clean, everything's good. Driver gives the license and registration. Cop's intuition, for whatever reason, he starts talking to everybody in the car, and make a long story short, finds out person in the back seat, one of your friends, has something in his pocket that's illegal paraphernalia. Guess what? Everybody in the car goes to jail. Okay? Now, that could happen, right? I mean, if you really think about it, you know, those sorts of things can happen. We have friends, we don't know what they do before we meet up with them. Okay? We have no idea. But the fact that this is society and you're here, you now have to make decisions before you get into something like that and say, you know what, should I maybe go out with this friend of mine that, you know, maybe gets involved with stuff like that? Because a situation like that will ruin what you get ready to do today. Okay? I want you guys to realize that. So now that you are above reproach, you need to start thinking that way. So you don't want to use drugs and do any sort of experimentation. Doing, you know, you have your friends and say, oh man, well, you getting ready to go in 4 or 5 months, let's party. No, don't do that. Okay? Make sure you staying in shape, exercising, not gaining weight, and making sure that you go in when your time comes, that you are leaving in the best possible mental and physical shape that you are in. Okay? Also, what I would like for you to do while you have your time before you ship is to investigate and research what your future is going to be in the Marine Corps, and that's it, right? Marine Corps is it in the room, right? What your future is going to be in the Marine Corps, as far as what your job is going to be and what sort of opportunities that you're going to attack and get. okay? I'll give you an example. I've been in the military for 26 years, in the Coast Guard, 26 years total. And I just took over the operation here in Miami in July. I have a master's degree, a bachelor's degree, and I'm getting ready to get another bachelor's degree. And I haven't paid for it. Never paid for it, not once out of my pocket. Okay? And those same opportunities and more can be yours. And I haven't even used the GI Bill yet. Everybody here knows about the GI Bill, right? That's a really great deal. Okay? And I haven't even used that yet. So we talking about just the opportunities that's available while you're in. Okay? These are all the things that you can move towards. But you have to start thinking like that now. Okay? Alright? So, this is society, nothing wrong with that. But now, you've made this commitment, this oath. And as you move on in your career, society begins to view you at a higher standard, and which means you must start acting and thinking at that higher standard, okay? So keep your nose clean. Don't get in trouble. Don't screw this up. This is one of the best deals going, okay? There are a lot of people trying to be in your shoes right now, so don't screw it up. And I know some of you are here because maybe you say, you know what, I need to make some changes in my life, and this is a good place to do it, okay? Good place to start, okay? So when you go back to your friends, your families, and your loved ones, and your enemies, be careful, all right? Because remember, that little space right there is that extra thinking that you have to do. Should I go there? Should I take that? Should I spend the night over there? Should I do this? Should I do that? Okay? All right? Okay, good. Now, it's always good when you have family and friends that are here to experience some steps in the military like this one, your first steps. And this is always good because as prior service, you know, very important when family and friends are there to support. So definitely view this as a very, very good moment for you, okay? All right, here we go. Have you been briefed on and do you understand the DoD applicant briefing on separation policy restrictions on personal conduct in the armed forces and UCMJ Articles 83, 85, and 86?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, good. Does anyone have any questions or reservations or reluctance to enlisting at this time?
No, sir.
Okay, good. All right. When I ask for you to repeat after me, I'll say I, and then you're going to state your full name, okay? And then you can either use the words swear or affirm, whatever is comfortable for you, whatever you want to use, okay? Everyone understand that? Swear or affirm. All right, everyone stand at attention and repeat after me. Raise your right hand. I state your full name.
I,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
that
I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
and that I will obey the orders
and I will obey the orders
of the President of the United States
of the President of the United States
and all orders,
and all orders,
I'm sorry, and that I will obey the orders
and I will obey the orders
of the officers appointed over me,
of the officers appointed over me,
according to the regulations
according to the regulations
and the uniform code
and the uniform code
of military justice.
of military justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to form a line, just one line. You'll come in and we'll electronically sign your paperwork, okay? And then you'll take one of each pamphlet and then you'll head back to the front desk. I know it's been a very, very long day. All right, so, and that's it. Did you want to take any pictures? You sure?